Here's something that will mess with your head. A man worth $2 billion was once asked if he felt rich. His answer? Not really. Not really. $2 billion, more money than most countries, enough to buy private islands, jets, and never work another day. And yet, he doesn't feel rich. You might think he's lying or humble bragging, but here's the uncomfortable truth. He's probably being honest, and understanding why could change how you think about money forever. Let's start with a simple question. How much money would make you feel rich? Really think about it. Maybe it's $1 million, maybe 10 million, maybe just enough to pay off your house and never worry about bills again. Now here's what's fascinating. Studies show that no matter how much people earn, the number they need to feel rich is always about twice what they currently have. Someone making $50,000 thinks $100,000 would be enough. Someone making $100,000 thinks $200,000 would do it. And someone worth $500 million, they look at the guy worth $1 billion and think, that's when I'll feel rich. The goalpost never stops moving. And that's the first piece of this puzzle. This phenomenon has a name. It's called hedonic adaptation. It's the psychological process where humans quickly return to a baseline level of happiness, no matter what happens to them. Win the lottery, you'll feel amazing for a few months, then normal again. Buy your dream car, thrilling for a few weeks, then it's just a car. Become a billionaire, you adapt. You normalize, and suddenly you don't feel any different than before. This is why billionaires don't feel rich, because feeling rich isn't about a number, it's about contrast. And when you're surrounded by private jets, mega yachts, and $50 million homes, those things become your new normal. A $10 million house doesn't feel luxurious anymore, it feels standard. A first-class flight feels like a downgrade from your private plane. The contrast disappears, and with it, the feeling of wealth. But there's another layer to this. It's called reference group comparison. Here's how it works. You don't compare yourself to everyone in the world. You compare yourself to the people around you. If you earn $80,000 and your friends earn $50,000, you feel successful. But if you earn $80,000 and your neighbors earn $200,000, you feel behind. Same income, completely different feeling. Now, imagine you're a billionaire. Who are your friends? Other billionaires. Who do you see at parties? People with bigger yachts, bigger deals, bigger everything. Suddenly, your $2 billion doesn't feel like much because the guy across the table has $20 billion. This is the trap of wealth. The richer you get, the richer your reference group becomes, and you're always looking up at someone with more. Here's where it gets even darker. For most billionaires, the money was never the goal. The goal was the game, the winning, the building. Money was just how they kept score. So even when they win, they can't stop playing. Because if they stop, they lose their identity. They're not rich people enjoying life, they're competitors who happen to have money. And competitors never feel like they have enough. There's always another deal, another company, another zero to add. This is why you see 80-year-old billionaires still working 12-hour days. It's not about the money anymore. It's about the game they can't quit. And that game has no finish line. So what does this mean for you and me? It means chasing a number will never make you feel rich because the number will always change. The only way to feel wealthy is to break the game entirely, to stop comparing, to define enough before you get there and actually stop when you arrive. The billionaires can't do this. Most of them are psychologically incapable of it. But you can. You can choose your reference group. You can choose your definition of wealth. You can decide that enough isn't a moving target, and that might be the only financial advantage you'll ever have over a billionaire. Here's the takeaway. Billionaires don't feel rich because wealth is relative, adaptation is inevitable, and the game never ends. But you have something they don't, the ability to choose when you've won.
Most people spend their lives chasing more and never feel like they arrive. The smart ones define the finish line first. So before you chase your next raise, your next milestone, your next zero, ask yourself this: what would actually be enough? Because if you can answer that and mean it, you'll be richer than most billionaires will ever feel.